Let's talk about corruption. More specifically, let's talk about open corruption, because corruption is usually done behind closed doors because you don't want people to know that you're being corrupt um, and doing shady shit. Uh, Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut, I believe that's his name, put out a whole, was on the Senate floor going over all of the different aspects of Trump's corruption since he got elected. Or no, since he got inaugurated. That's happening in plain sight. He's doing it right on the public square. Um, Let me just see. So he launches his meme coin, which tanked, but pretty much gives a way for anybody to anonymously say, you know what, I want to curry a little favor with the president of the United States. I'm gonna buy his meme coin and push that stock up, which puts money into his pocket. Um, it's like an emolument to him, which is the same as when he rented out spaces in his apartment buildings in New York to the Saudis or the Saudi golf tournament, the LIV golf league, negotiating to play at his courses. Tell me that's not a violation somewhere. Just yesterday, Tesla, he's selling Teslas in front of the White House. How is that okay? Just because it's being done in the open doesn't make it okay. He's gutting and manipulating the watchdog agencies, not attorney generals, the inspectors general, the different, the Consumer Financial Protection Board. Why would you gut these? What's the problem with that? And if you look at all the things that are happening, everything that seems to be going is benefiting pretty much Elon Musk in some way. So here he is trying to root out waste, fraud, and abuse, which is, I think I've talked about that before. There was already people in place to do this. But now the agencies that are being gutted are directly affecting, Tesla, Starlink, SpaceX. So again, corruption out in the open. The Eric Adams quid pro quo. As you don't know, Eric Adams is the mayor of New York City. He is a Democrat, but he's just not a good dude. He's probably corrupt as Trump is. He was indicted by the federal, I think the Southern District of New York, under Biden. They said they have plenty of evidence. They indicted him, going to trial. Trump and his DOJ say, well, we'll dismiss the charges. I think it's called without prejudice, meaning whatever the technical term is. But what it means is, we're going to dismiss the charges, but we can bring them back. So you have to do what we do, and if you don't, we're going to just put these charges back out. And my guess is he would be convicted during that trial. And that's the current state. People from the Southern District of New York, your attorney said, no, this is illegal. We can't go into court and file this. This is, you want us to dismiss this purely for political reasons because of what we gained. We're not doing it. And people voluntarily left because of how bad that was. You got governmental contracts for, I think it was Starlink specifically. So the FAA was going to use Verizon for communications and had a contract, and Musk just said, no, we're not doing that. We're going to put Starlink in instead. Right out in the open. It may have been Trump approved at some point, but it didn't even have to go through that. He just did it. So all of that is just corruption out in the open. I'm sure there's plenty more examples I didn't get to, but just because the corruption is being done openly doesn't mean it's okay. Corruption is still corruption. It's not like he pulled the blanket off of anything. Biden wasn't making any of these backhanded deals behind closed doors. If he was, then I would be just as upset with him as I am with Trump. But the fact of the matter, Trump is doing it right out in the open with the blessing of the Republicans in Congress, and it's disgusting. And that's not even including the I know the Republicans like to throw around the word lawfare. Um, the prosecutions of Trump was nothing to do with lawfare. Trump actually committed the crimes that they say. I mean, I guess I can't actually say that because he wasn't convicted. But let's be real; the evidence was a mountain high. But the Ed Martin, I think he's the acting U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia because he hasn't been confirmed yet. He's going after Chuck Schumer for a statement that he made, a rhetorical statement he made in like 2020, 2021, that said it was violent. Who was on the Congress floor, the Senate floor, so he has protection. He can't be prosecuted for things he said while doing his job. He also, I don't know the name of the defendant, but Ed Martin, he is a lawyer who defended January 6th individuals, people that were accused and credibly convicted of January 6th crimes that were all pardoned. But Ed Martin was one of the people that was there as the acting U.S. district attorney, as the acting U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. He signed a dismissal from the government for this particular client that was his. And, come on, how can you tell me that is not a conflict of interest / corruption? So just remember, the corruption that we're seeing, it's not okay. If you think, oh, that sounds corrupt, it probably is. And it's going to take somebody in Congress to stand up to say, what are you doing? We can't do this. If that means you have to call your congressman, your senator, do it. Take the time. It only takes a few minutes. The first call might be a little bit difficult. You don't know what to say. Get over that first one. Call Congress. Talk to your senators. Talk to your Congress people, and let them know what you're thinking, because you're the one that gives them their jobs. That's it. Corruption, not okay.